Oh my goodness. Yes, and you hear Flashdance, my favorite movie, in the background theme song. Yes. JWoww, Planet JWoww. Um, See, this is my Rocky. Hey, Linda. This is my Rocky. Okay, I have the most. This is the happiest page I've ever made. Hold on. Figuring out that I can, because I'm on an exercise ball. I'm not sitting on a chair, a regular chair. I'm sitting on an exercise ball, so I actually have up and down, and help, and I can get in exercise just chair dancing, simply chair dancing. And Irene Carr, thank you. Talent. Oh yeah. Y'all, so glad that you are here. I'm starting to feel the tribe thing as part as my reality, not as part of my reality, as my reality, that y'all are global tribe with me. Thank you so much. I am I'm going to show you, if I can, let me find out if I can share my screen, and I'm going to show you guys slides, extra camera, share screen. I've never done this. Share screen, and then there's the screen. I've never done this with StreamYard. That's not true. That's not true. I did that other thing. There we go. So that's a preview, folks, of the early registration page. The early registration by tomorrow morning, Linda. I figured out the PayPal, and it took some figuring out. I got to tell you, you guys like it? I think so. Here's the thing. Like, I know that there are people who are going to go, it's too wordy and it needs to be, simpler, and people can, and like, I did this. Okay. That's functional. I'm not happy with it. I come to this and it makes me happy. There's so many detailed elements of it that bring me joy with their beauty. My folks, I realize I'm starting to call y'all in what I do. I'm not late. I'm starting to say, I'm going to take the time to do the thing in the way that makes me happy. And then out of my happiness, there'll be this growth of the actual thing happening now, instead of simply the plans for the thing. I got it, that I started a plan net. And I've planned enough to where you guys have come and said, I'd like this part. I'm better at this part of your planning than you are. May I pretty please play? This is wonderful. The pretty please, may I pretty please play? That's going to be like the global code for someone telling me that they think that they're ready. Like, that's what the button will say for the application to be considered to come play up close, in a close orbit with Planet JWoww, with those of us who are here. I look forward to those of us who are on planet growing and grow. May I pretty please play, right? Linda, you were playing before we figured out how to do this. You, and the way that you have shown up, sweet one, you're part of why I'm having this fun tonight. I'm being fully myself. You're magnificent. You are exactly what you present yourself to be. You are exquisite. You are exactly what you present yourself to me to be. That I can work with that, because that's what I'm doing, and I hope that the people I'm working with can work with that. So y'all, here's what I want to do. This is you see this. This will be up tomorrow. And I had wanted to do the 11:43 reveal today. So that was a soft launch. that instead of saying I didn't do it, because I did, I had something that someone could have clicked at 11:45. Okay, I had something that someone could have clicked and paid. It wouldn't have been this. It wouldn't have been clear. I would have. It would have taken me away into some scrambling, and I'm still learning. I am learning how to present that I need to clear something in order to claim it. So I need to clear it as being done, and then count on you guys to wait until I say, okay, this is the thing that's really done. And let me have my enjoying it being done, and then going, oh my God, and I want to change this because now this beloved has showed up because I've called for what it is that you guys want in the future. And I'd like to build your future for us to live into together. That's what I'm doing. I'm realizing what I'm doing in the game that I built for myself to play with my friends. And the lovely thing about being a multiple who's autistic, whose folks are fully separate, is my folks, I just got it. Y'all, I've been having my aha moments right here because I'm able to talk with you and share with you, and you guys are tribe alive with me right now. It's exquisite. Wow. My folks built a game out of the whole planet and 8 billion people just for me. Simply, focusedly for me, in a way where I got to enjoy everyone else's biggest, best, goodest, greatest sovereignty whenever they came to my planet, because everyone always brings their best to me because I am the isness of bringing my best, no matter how broken it is or isn't, how shiny it is or isn't, bringing my best to everyone in every moment. I am the isness. I am the soul. I claim that. I clear and claim as an as an elemental in that constellation of full on, open to full flow in all directions, pretty pleaseness, which gives a whole bunch of people a whole bunch of permission to do a whole bunch of stuff. Yay! If you've done all the things except give yourself permission to do the great thing that you set up, and you need permission to do that, come play with me and pay me, and I will. If you get past all of the monitors to come pay me and play with me, if you get to come pay me, then that means that you're about to do a thing and you want to do it all the way out. I'd love to help you do that. I'm going to have the joyous conversations about money out loud in public. I'm tired of this hiding behind marketing, coercing people. I'm simply calling my folks. My folks have some sort of currency of power. My folks love our folks, Planet JWoww folks. It's money, it's skills, it's connections, it's something. You're a badass in some way if you're playing with me. You can be a quiet badass. You can be a badass in the background, never want to be seen. You can be all out loud up front. You can be any combination of that. You can be something I can't even think of right now that's just yummy. I need to think that it's yummy for you to come play with me. That's it. I'm not saying that you're not. I'm not saying you're not worthy. I'm not saying that you're bad. None of that. If we wind up not playing together, I'm saying we're not bringing me bliss. And bliss isn't about, everything's all rosy. Stuff goes weird, wrong, sideways, odd ways. Fill in some blank. Yeah, I want to play with evolutionary yummy badasses. If you are an evolutionary yummy badass, please come talk to me. All right. Otherwise, You can just flip that on its ear and say bye. I just saw that. Best yummy evolutionaries. Although I have to say, if you were any combination of evolutionary, yummy, badass, and all three of those, see, there are plenty of evolutionary badasses. They won't listen to me. There are plenty of evolutionary, yummy people. They're not necessarily badasses. And there's an edge to that rogue thing that really sets me on fire. They can be yummy badasses. They might be a revolutionary who's going to keep revolving around the very thing against which they rebel. And that's not what I'm doing. It's a thing that's needed. It's not the thing that I'm doing. There are people who do that. They do it well. I'm not that. So an evolutionary yummy badass, I'm actually looking for the badass yummy evolutionaries. And if your out there-ness is evolutionary yummy badass and you're a badass yummy evolutionary, the chances of us getting along to make a big bridge into worlds so that things get lifted up for people, chances are really good. Really good. So I would love to hear what you guys think of this. I've talked through oh my God, I put it up there. I talked right through it. So I would love to hear what you think about the page. And I also would like to tell you something that's come out of this. I'm living into, there are people who will look at this and go, that's really busy. And there are people who will look at that and go, oh my God, that's just gorgeous. I'm looking for the ones who look at that and don't think something other than it's a cool looking page that they would love to play with the person who loves that page and wanted that page built. The folks who look at this, the color scheme, all of it, all those resonances get to matter. This is part of building the energetics into the business that is evolving because of y'all. What I'd very much love to do is put this up and by tomorrow evening have, let's see, what's my goal? I'd love to have 7 to 9 people signed up by tomorrow evening. I'd love to mostly fill the 43 slots, to fill at least half of them for early registration. So by the 11th, by the 16th, which will be the morning of the 17th, will be am I going to stop the morning of the 17th, or am I simply going to leave it up for the whole time? I can leave it up for the whole time. I could leave it up for the whole time and people, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, because there's something to be said for both sets of energetics of stopping it on the 16th and we work with who comes, and something to be said for people coming to it. It's a pilot program. There we go. So for pilot programs, we leave it open. We leave the circle open. We leave the sphere open. There we go. Excuse me. So we leave the sphere open for pilot programs. There we go. That makes sense. What is the page Pizza X? I don't quite know what that means. Hi, Michael. Yeah, I don't know what is the page? Oh, Pizza X. I bet you it says object. So I bet you that was like a emoji. Can you explain the page more? Sorry, no problem. The page. So this page is a page that I just built in a program called Divi, which I suggest if you're an entrepreneur, stop giving Wix and Squarespace your money, and go ahead and take the time to work with something like Divi where you can get your own, page juice for your work from your business. But anyway, so I build sites, and then I stopped building sites, and now I'm back to building my site because I want to make myself happy. So this is a class that I'm getting ready to teach. It starts on the 17th, and see, here's the whole page. So, okay, on the page. I'll take it on the whole page. All right, so here we go. So this is what this is, Michael. And no need to apologize, dear one. Thank you for being here. So, and okay, here we go. So beyond, this is a course that I'm teaching. So I did this really cool thing because that's barbed wire that I'm holding. And I've been a guardian since 1971 for the world. And so this was a really beautiful update to what that guardianship looks like in my life. So there's a reel of the barbed wire, and then at the point, I love that moment. Anybody who wants to know, who is serious about knowing whether or not they want to take this course, scroll up, look in my eyes, and see whether or not you want to take this course. If you don't understand what you're looking at the level of guardianship, then that is, if you feel it, take the course. If you want to know what's happening in that course, I live, breathe, eat, and shit guardianship. No lie, I was paralyzed from the waist down in the hospital. And I got that call from God. Remember I told you that I would go to the alleyway and keep somebody from killing themselves? Doped out of my mind on 4 times the medication that someone my size and age and female could be taking, except they had learned that they had to literally give me the maximum of every medication because my double set of nerve endings just chewed through the first set. And I got that call from God. I threw my body out of the bed, listened for who was at either end of the hall, and scooted my ass out the emergency stair doors on my ass to answer that call. Doped out of my mind. Like, I live, breathe, eat, and shit guardianship. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing in the world. I want the world to be safe for everyone. That's why I'm doing this. So there's this whole intense free series that I just did. And for those of you who don't know, the very last day, I wasn't there for the class because I had a massive multiple personality event happen, and we melted open. And it's melted open instead of melted down, and instead of breaking down, because we have so many safeties in place that we caught ourselves based on what we've learned about catching us from the people who've been catching us for decades. Yep, and the link page will have all of the money things and everything soon. I wanted to come here to lift myself up with you guys. Like, when I show up here, it means the world to me that y'all show up here. I love that people see it afterwards. I will love it when there are more and more and more folks who show up right when I show up, like their favorite food truck. Like, I want there to be I want there to be an app for JWoww live stream sightings, and people to be signed in with subscriptions so that they're just guaranteed faster than anything, even us getting the stuff out on the site. Or no, better yet, no, not like that. I want to have such an intense net happening that when I hit a button, it goes out to folks, and I've got subject stuff. There's somebody already, like, people take shifts. They can say, yeah, I took the 0200 to 0400 shift directly for JWoww. Are you kidding? Like, the midnight shift? Like, when she does the live streams and stuff? Yep, I was there. Damn, man. Yeah, you could work at our newsroom. Right? You can be our speechwriter. You can be our whatever. Because I'm like, this is what I'm thinking. Turn it into things for me to turn it into things. And they have to be people who've gone through that, like they are paying, they are honored to be on call. They're the ones that I rely on to think their way with what they got from Planet JWoww, not simply from me, from everyone on Planet JWoww. And it'll be everyone. There's a time where if you have not gone through all of the stations of the people who are at Corrigan on Planet JWoww, if you haven't worked with everyone in Corrigan at least once, then you're not on Planet. You're orbiting, which is fantastic. You may be orbiting, which is even closer. And those are on the folks who are on Planet at this Corrigan phase, because that's where we are. Now we're building out Corrigan. Ronnie Jean and I built Core. That was phase 1. James came and sourced us both up above where we are, up above where we could be there. Rainey came. J-Cat was there. She and Ronnie Jean did their magic together so that J-Cat was rooted into the roots. We have an erudic sovereign rooted into the roots of our planet. And people are like, what is this on planet? What do you mean by this rooted in? What do you... And I'm like, you want to know? There's a whole archival library of hundreds of hours of building this out. Or you can wait for the classes. Or you can talk with people who know this, because I want there to be an entire industry of people who have worked with me and who are translating this stuff to their people that I'll never talk with. And their people probably think I'm crazy. And yet all they know is that the person that they love suddenly up-leveled after they worked with me. So they're like, I can't eat that. And what you're bringing has gotten so skyrocketed by you working with JWoww that I'm willing to hear you like have a special thing where you talk about the stuff that you learned from JWoww. Like I can't do JWoww. I want to hear what you got from JWoww though. I want that to be an entire industry. The Bridgineers, officially be a Leewee. It's not about me, although there'll be a cottage industry about me. Probably more like a Ritz-Carlton industry about me. That would be great. And it's about Planet JWoww and the precepts that we're putting forward. So this late night thing, which was early tonight by about half an hour to an hour, Linda, I'm working my way backwards. This, I'm talking now as tribe. I've been talking about it. What is Planet JWoww? This is Planet JWoww. Y'all are Planet JWoww. You're with me, therefore, ergo, this is Planet JWoww. Oh, diversity, empowerment, integrity, tribe, and global view. I live it. I am it. I'm here. You're with me. This is Planet JWoww. I'm building a global culture of inclusion, welcome, and empowerment by living my life out loud in front of everyone, and anyone who resonates with me hangs out with me. That's how I'm building my planet, my plan-net. Folks who are into languaging, here we are. We shape reality because we shape the component element. We shape the elemental components of communication. Words. They can convey concepts in a way that is contiguously understandable, contiguously root-standable enough for there to be interchangeable realities of safety in how we build shared context. That's true. That's true. Yeah, whatever I just said, that's true. Yep, call it spelling for a reason. Exactly. Scribe tribe. Represent. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so anyway, so here's the page, and then there's the pilot program, the explanation. Then there's the things. 3 days later, I'm going to California. And then there's the early registration, and then I'm going to duplicate and reverse it out the way that this is. That'll be general registration. And then I'm going to have a little section for donation underneath that. People who want to donate, there'll be a button to donate to me and a button to donate to, donate scholarships for people who want to come do this. Okay, and then I'm putting the call out. This will be my thing, I'm putting the call out for folks to help me package the 4 free videos that I did. And I think, I want to take my time savoring, because I'm headed towards sovereignty. So the savoring sovereignty, as opposed to the sovereignty, which I've been in most of my life. Some of us do stuff weird. So I did the sovereignty first. I did the sovereignty, first. And then I did the sovereignty part. I got to the sovereignty afterwards. And now I'm in this sovereignty. I'm in this savoring space of my sovereignty, because I live in Seva and I'm savoring being a sovereign. And so I want to build the pretty thing that makes me happy every time I come to this page. And I want I want Tim Urban to look at my site and go, I see where you're headed. I so want to build a pretty version. And when I say things like that, I want there to be folks, and there may be folks coming into my world that I get to support, and they support me, and they're good at promotional things, where I say things like that. And then there's now a campaign of people who are like, Tim Urban, what will it cost for you to make JWoww's call their reality? We're here to raise that so that that can happen for them. That's how I'd like to live my life. So that's what I'm calling into being. I love that. People keep saying you can't have a shaman's life the way that it used to be. Okay, well, I'm cool with that. I would very much like a Mojussin maesters, a Mojusander. Yeah, a Mojusander. Somewhere in there, it's not quite it, but something about that Mojusin. Because it's a Mojusin maester. Maybe that's simply what it is. It's a Mojusin maester. That we're some of the folks who are living in modern times with ancient principles that have updated themselves. These principles are living, breathing, morphic, energetic fields. Energetic. It's a thing, and yeah. And they're updating themselves. I want folks to get that when I say things like that, it manifests as a class on safety where people get to learn concrete physical things about how to be aware of their surroundings and things to look for, how to look for things being out of alignment with the chosen culture in which they're immersing themselves for whatever time, whether it's a boardroom or a spiritual gathering or a family get together or cheese night with your friends. Being aware of multiple spectra of surroundings, and being able to have triggers so that let you know that something doesn't feel right, and you get to trust that. So there's that concrete thing. That's rooted in these conversations about energetics, these conversations about the stuff that people are like, oh, that's that new agey stuff. That's that Mojison stuff. Mojison is rooted in generating healthy, robust, blissful realities at every turn, in every moment, so that we're experiencing ongoingly increasing aligned delight for all the moments of our lives. Shoot for the stars, you get the moon, who's bitching? I want that to be true. I want it to be about the bliss. I don't want it to be about the, the Sturm and Drang. I don't want it to be about the angst. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that difficult struggle thing. I am able to talk with you guys more and more about, hey, bring your wallets, bring your door wallet, bring whatever that is, whatever that door is, that door that lets you be in your bliss. Bring your doorlet. Don't bring your wallet. Don't bring your wall. Bring your door. Bring that door that lets you open yourself to your goodness and greatness. Bring that. Bring the thing that supports you in investing deeply in yourself. If you are all about helping the world be magnificent, blissful, exquisite for everyone, that it be safe, yummy, a place to learn and grow, a place to heal, a place to thrive for as many people as possible in ways that are aligned, that can be bridged, because the cure to Babel is bridges. Bridges exist in places where there's an acknowledged safety on both sides. You start with that kind of safety, you can have bridges. You have bridges, you have cross-referencing. You have openings into newness. You have evolution that is possible. You have opportunities for innovation simply by going over the bridge into the notness of one's own environment. We get to live those bridges. We get to be living bridges. There are plenty of folks being the change they want to see in the world. For me personally, my change is I'm being the bridges I want built all over the world. Safe ones, bridging one form of new safety into another form of safety. For folks who resonate with that, place to play right here. Please come. And at this point, come now. Come now, because I'm shedding my telling folks about stuff. I'm doing things. I'm getting untired. I'm getting inspired. There's something exquisite changing. Folks like Linda are here. Emoji sender. Yeah, something in there, Linda. Keep poking that. All right, so here's this, and here's this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to do it in this color scheme. And I was saying, my folks, I'm building, it's kind of like moving, they're little Easter egg things. And then when I get a really good, wonderful, play-oriented website developer to play with me, then there'll be actual like cool Easter eggs that people can poke around. So all over my site, it'll be like mist, and I'll change the things that people can get, right? And so here, but my folks, the folks who resonate with me, they'll be like, wait, Shit just moved. Okay, that's okay. They'll discover that here, if you pay close attention, this is outlined in green and these two are outlined in purple. It's subtle, and if you're colorblind, then it won't make up much of a difference. And the green one turns green when you're working in it. The purple one turns purple when you're working in it. That's fun. I want lots of pretty colors. My life is made out of lots of pretty colors, so I want my site to be made out of lots of pretty colors. And there gets to be soft focus and sharpness. Yep. You need to put that this is a pilot program. So I'm going to go work on this some more. And yep, Easter eggs on website. Oh yeah, I'm all about people doing the hunt. Linda, something that if you would please find me the link up here. I'd love some sort of, can you build some sort of soft focus background as close to this soft focus as we can get? Can you figure that out for the behind this Planet JWoww up here? That would be great. And y'all, I'm building our Planet JWoww tribe out loud here. So I'm talking to whoever's listening. And you and your friends. I hope that there are watch parties. I hope that y'all are taking notes. I hope that you are growing. I will eventually have a thing. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I will eventually have a thing where folks when I'm doing these lives, when I'm calling for a donation to do a particular thing, we'll have set it up so that specific thing can get funded that night so that I can do whatever the next thing is. And I'm simply going to live this out loud with you guys and assume that all of you are going to make it so that the time that I'm taking to actually do these things, instead of putting it into marketing or coercion or seeking the places where to put the thing, y'all just figure out how to let me know where you are and I can let you know where this is. And mostly y'all will just share and let people know. We need to pay attention, please. If we pay attention together, all of our lives will get better, which means it'd be an entire solid chunk of us who would be lifted up, who would be uplifting other people. That would be great. I would love that. Let's play that game. That seems neat. Right? Okay, yeah. I have, my little Planet JWoww. I put that Planet JWoww up in StreamYard that you're seeing up there in the corner. You take a look at what you did, because you've done some real nice soft focus stuff, and you found me a background on Canva. That I can actually turn into colors and put in any direction. Oh my goodness, I've been through so many. Thank you. You would think that would be something that they would have as like a go-to button. Like they would have a rounded one like that. They would have a rectangular one with sharp edges that you can make any size, any shape, rounded edges that you can change the radius and make any shape, a flat out circle ellipse thing. Yeah, I know. If it was so easy, then everybody would play, even though they claim to be helping everyone play. And they do. Canada does a really good job. And ultra. In my head right now, there's the part of me that's going, you are going against everything that everyone says that you need to do in order for people to follow you. No one's going to listen to you ramble. You're talking with people as if they're here. Okay, well, folks who would like to hear what that's like and don't want to be in the conversation and still want to be, people say they want to be a fly on the wall in conversations with me. Okay, well, this is what it's like. Buzz, buzz. Yeah. And I've been saying to you, I'm building out these things. And we have the ongoing record. This is the opposite of the Truman Show. We have the ongoing record of me saying, I'm doing this thing, I'm doing this thing, I'm doing this thing, and missing this smile goal, this smile line, and getting this milestone, getting that one, and this one, and that one, and this one, and that one, and more, hitting the milestones. And I keep clearing it and claiming what I can and living into the things that I share with you guys. And then here's this page, and the course is built, and I got to 4 free videos. I wanted 4 free videos around safety considerations that are not your standard. Be sure and look both ways before you cross the street. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for people to dig deep into things that will have us create sustainable safety that is adaptable and bridgeable. Adaptable and bridgeable gives us a network that can eventually become a plan net of bridged safety. How is it that a single predator in one of the communities where I belong, in one of the communities where I be with, said easy to slip, y'all. I'm talking about something that's got me riled up. So, languaging slipped. However, I'm so accustomed to catching it that I shifted before I got into that longing thing. See, that's how I know that this languaging calibrates, because when I catch it and I change it, I get stronger. And I didn't know that I'm accustomed. All of us are accustomed to this little tiny lessening of ourselves. Oppressive culture can fuck off with that shit. We're fixing it, and we're fixing it with language. And I'm helping people. There are folks who are getting it too, and there are going to be more and more of us. And because it's in the everyday languaging, we are shifting the everyday languaging, and we're living into it mindfully. Not only shifting it, living into it mindfully. I started thinking, I may wind up not. Oh, tell me what you're laughing at, Michael. I may wind up not trademarking stuff now, because I realize trademarks, let's say that there are folks who are hateful, Nazis who decide that I've said something that they want to use in a campaign. I just got it. When they do, we'll have built so much momentum that all of their people trying to hashtag them stealing my shit will bring their people to us. And all I need to do is be everywhere. And I've got people who are starting to learn how to share so that I can be everywhere. This is going to work. I'm so tickled, I don't even know what to do. Y'all, we have good things to share everywhere. I am spending weeks on a single meme. Ask Linda. She does the baseline work. She's got ones where she nails it and that grows out. Oh, when I throw my husband's, oh, Michael, here's my favorite one. Wait, hold on. This is my favorite. Wait. I crack myself up. The bad part of the oppressor culture is they don't know to be terrified. Because folks are showing up. Michael, last name Borman, as in Leandra, also? Or do I know you from someplace else? Right? Because I'm already, I'll wait till I get an answer. Michael, do you know someone named Leandra that will answer what I need to know? Oh, hi! Okay, Michael, it's not that I didn't want to be, I wanted to be excited about you. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't remember his last name. Okay, right? Wow. All right, so here's what I'm doing here, y'all. That thing that I say that I'm living with Planet J. If you've already caught up, I'm great. Or read, yeah, dude. The two of you, like my life lifted up when I realized that I was going to get to play with y'all. Okay, and I know that play is not exactly the word that y'all are thinking right now. I know how to fix shit. Okay, so yeah. Here's the deal. I've been bragging about these cool people who've come into my life that think I'm cool. I'm 62. You guys are not. Like, you're the cool kids and you're letting me play with you. And Leandra Major, if you are who Spirit says you are, I'm about to be really, really wealthy, really, really fast, and so are you. Okay? Like, seriously, bragging. Leandra, Michael, meet Linda Bonner. Linda Bonner has been here since I did 5 times a week, 2 hours a day Facebook live streams for a year every week. She's been with us since practically the beginning of that. And she's one of the original members of, and this is a great thing, this is a massive thing, she's one of the original members of our Scribe Tribe Guild. These are folks who like come on. The other night, one of them came on. She's new. She came on and she's like, you guys are going to be like my bedtime story whisperers to me, and I'll fall asleep and blah, blah, blah. 4.5 hours later, still up and typing, okay? Because the energetics of Scribe Tribe feed us, all 24 of us. They source us to be inspired to change languaging the way that we are. So I am teaching my languaging courses and all of my raw stuff while it's still new and it doesn't have all of the stuff in place. So folks who just want to dive in are going to get to hang out with me at, from about 1 to 3 in the morning and tap in and play the game. I invite folks to play the game to trust Spirit to have them come on at the right time. Some folks are coming on. Some folks are sitting there waiting. It's like tap, tap, tap. It's 1 o'clock. I don't know when I'm going to show up here. I was saying at the beginning of this thing, I want there to be a site. I want there to be an app that's tied to the Planet JWoww site. Oh, by the way, Leandra, you specifically inspired me about a thing about plan-net that really rooted in me. So yeah, you're a sorceress. You're a sorceress. You're a sorceress. You're a sorcerandor. You're a sorcerandor because you're a sorcerer. You're an and or level sorcerer. There's sorcerers, people who are capable of carrying one thing or the other. That's where most people who wind up in orbit around Planet JWoww, that's what they're dealing with. Then there's sorcerans, and sorcerans have managed to carry them both, where the dynamism and mastery shows up, because the mastery happens at that and level. You can carry all of it. It's an and for you with all of the things. A sorcerer endure or an anything endure as an ending, as a suffix. I'm streamlining our languaging so that there's consistency, and I'm watching a calibration happen that actually ties back into the mainstream, because we're using the principles of the mainstream and we're stripping the we, those of us who are actually doing the languaging. That's myself, that's Ronnie Jean. Joe is starting to. Linda, you are still pulling in pieces of this. Rainey does it. Okay, the people who are most fluent in this are myself, Ronnie Jean. Like, if you can't get something from me, myself, Ronnie Jean, James, or Rainey Jean, or Rainey will have some idea. And JCat, part of me is like JCat's building a whole root sector right now. It's like, so if you can get somebody else to do it, let JCat be JCat right now, because building massive root energy for what we're doing, by being here on planet and simply building out her legendary life. So there's the ors, the ands, and the andors. And I'm simply speaking the language now here because I can be on planet out loud in the world. This is how I'm in the world and staying on planet. I can bilocate. I can multi-locate. I'm actually streaming to 8 different streams. It's the magic. We're bridging into living the magic. They can show me that a chip is safe enough so that I can have it in my head and do all the things that I do right now. I'm all in. Sorcerer door, exactly. Let's get used to it. Let's use that and or at the end of things. There's sorcerer doors, there's sorcerers, and then there's sorcerans. Right? And then there's being a source tendant. And that's when you get into the paladin level. Like James is our imaginal source tendant. He's our imaginal planetary source tendant. This wonderful, precious lunatic stepped up and said that he wanted to fully source energetically Ronnie Jean and me us, because he got no sense and he's magnificent, and he is now building out his business. And Linda, it would be lovely. So Leandra, is it Leandra or Leandrea? And you can't say anything to me. Hey, do any of you guys want to come on the live stream, like onto the screen? I think I can do that. Oh, that could be cool. Like I want to hang out with people. I can hang out with people like this for hours while I do stuff. Like I was thinking, I want to go on OnlyFans because my granddaughter's OnlyFans and a bunch of other stuff, making buku bank. Okay. I want to bring my cool friends from. Okay, I can say the sentence. I want to bring my cool friends from the UN. Like one day when we have like 30, 40 people to come who are like we know each other and they've been vetted and they're, y'all are doing your work, or you're here to, like, I want the folks who are here to ask me for the time that I'm here, like questions that they want to ask me about the work that I'm doing, like whatever it is that I'm putting up, and be in a conversation with me. And then I'll be like, okay, so now I need to be with what y'all said and be out. You're already on fans. Yeah. And I think I have an OnlyFans account. Anyway, I want to do stuff with it. I'm totally inspired by beloveds who are on Ronnie Jean, the work that she's doing on Instagram. I'm learning to not shame myself. I don't want to work on my body until I love myself. Like really get to love myself and love my body this time. Now I've got a baseline. I created a baseline. So one of the things that I do is a multiple. And for those of you who are multiples or who are splitting, or who are dealing with shamanic initiations, or who are whatever your deal is that you're dealing with, where the reality that you're seeing is not the reality that other people are seeing and yours is real. Hi, feel ya. And here I am, not locked up and not feeling particularly crazy. I say crazy so that the mainstream feels like it's got some reference point for how outside of whatever that thing is that has them trapped I am. What is this box of which you speak? I want to be I want the app. So I'm talking to Leandra because Leandra, we already talked about how you and I might get to play together with you doing promo stuff. Isn't that right? Like I'm totally outing you right here. And it's cool if we haven't talked enough about that for that to be cool. However, if it is, I want everyone to know right now, you and I are about to try and do some crazy ass shit. And I got a yes ma'am with magic lettering. Okay, folks. So Leandra and I, sweethearts, this is the first time that Leandra has been on with me, us. So whoever's here right now, you guys are witnessing what happens at the beginning of a real relationship, like with Linda. or with Rainey or the folks. Like how did that start? Y'all just witnessed a start of something. So Leandra, I'm going to tell y'all how I build out the planet with Leandra. Leandra, are you into, would you be willing, I'm going to ask you, right? Would you be into building out what you and I build together out loud in spaces like this so that people can see what it means to build things on planet JWoww? Because that's just going to like there are all kinds of reasons. And before I go into it, and no is a perfectly good answer. Okay. And I'm pretty sure about what the answer will be because you and Michael made me straight. For those of you who know me, this is the credential. Is it Leandrea? And I will wait until you tell me yes or no. Or Leandra. Tell me Leandrea is 1 and Leandra is 2. Two. Leandra. And I said Leandra. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Okay, so that's what I thought I heard you guys say, and then I saw the spelling, and I remembered why I had this little cognitive dissonance moment. So fantastic. All right, so Leandra, first step is to get you into the Rogues Den. So I originally came up with the Rogues Den because I needed to say yes to people who weren't vetted by my guardians. I've had a guardian. So the way that the story goes. And by the way, what we're laying down, folks, for everyone who's seeing this now, for seeing it later, hopefully for a gentleman that I'm hoping will help me build a literal video game out of my life. That's an app that helps people live into their greatness. Like, that's what I want to do. I want somebody out there to get that. I have somebody in mind, and I'm calling anybody can build that. Because my life is one miracle after another. Why not make it into a game? I'm living it as a game. Why not make it a game that everybody can play? And here's the thing, because my life is a conversation, it's a conversation game. So the game goes like this. I want stuff because when I get it, the world gets better. So please give me what I want. And I want it because I want it. That gets to be the reason. I want it because I want it. I want good shit. I want good shit for the world. People want me blissful. When I'm blissful, there are millions of people who are also blissful in their strengths, in their realms. Let's put the real back into realm. Okay, like those are the games that I'm playing at every turn. Leandra, I'll keep checking in. And if you put that yes in that gorgeous font, and if you would be so kind, the yes ma'am feels good tonight. So can we do a yes ma'am when you fully agree with something or you get something? Can we do that? So I'm going to ask, did that make sense around languaging? Because that's what you're selling. I am literally what you are marketing to the world as something that will help people get to their goodness and greatness faster. I can feel you. I'm playing a game that I can feel you. And Michael, you're in, sweetheart. Thank you. Okay, Michael, I'm talking with Leandra primarily for all kinds of reasons. And I hear you in. So I'm going to talk with both of you. And Michael, I'm not ignoring you for reasons about how I'm open. I'd like to hold you as holding guardian space on the edges with any and all beings that have come with you to help you hold guardian space for Planet JWoww. We need badasses. We need fucking badasses. See, all right, so please understand, when I was 19 years old, I was helping Vietnam POWs handle their nightmares that were too much for their shrinks. Okay? That hardened Marine I love you punch that black and blues civilians like me is one of my pain badges of honor. Hey, Jules, I'm sorry. Sorry you understand. And I'm real grateful you understand. You know, I'll take that. I'll take that. Military people who are watching this, because somehow I'm the crazy new age Mojison Maester that totally believes in you and is totally bringing you some more. I got stuff coming, babies. I got machines that are gonna make your brains better. I do. Leandra and Michael, y'all got some systems to learn. Whenever y'all's good days happen, we got some systems to build together. They've got to be good for grunts. Okay, my grunts. I'm a wolf queen. Okay, can y'all see that? Yep, my first tattoo. I'm a wolf queen. There's blood on those ears. Okay, it's got to be good for my grunts because grunts make the world go around. Right, and I'm the royalty that I wear a purple sock on my left foot whenever I wear socks. I wear a purple sock on my left foot to remind myself, because the left side is the rooting side. It's the embracing side. I remind myself that is my service side. There's my guardianship side on my right. There's my seva side on my left. I wear my royalty that I am on my left side to remind myself that before sovereignty, chop wood, carry water, build fire, feed tribe. After sovereignty, chop wood, carry water, build fire, feed tribe. That's how I'm living my guardianship. That's why it's not simply leadership. I'm not interested in leading anybody. I can't find, half the time, I can't find my own big ass with my 2 good hands, NavSat, and GPS. Okay, I cannot. For example, logistics. I'm gonna get to go. Penny and I are gonna get to go see my nephew graduate in California. I need someone who's really great at finding deals on good plane fares. So it needs to be good plane fare, as in we need a nonstop, and we need good price, and we need so that's what we need. And y'all don't want me to arrange a cake party in a brewery. You need to trust me on this. Okay? So, Leandra, that thing that you do you have someone that you trust who will wage brilliantly on our behalf on our travel? See, I want everyone that we work with. I'm cracking Michael up. I want everyone that we work with to be potentially someone who looks at Planet JWoww and goes, are you shitting me? You actually exist? Are you fucking shitting me? You actually exist? Oh, honey, I've got a whole warehouse of stuff. I've been waiting for you to show up in my life. Here, let me help you build. Is this what you mean? And I'll be like, oh my God. Yes, I put a seed out to spirit, and I got sent the oak tree forest of you. Fantastic. Let's play. Leandra, I have a feeling that's how you are. I won't say that I'm sorry about the circumstances that brought us together, because whatever brought us together, I have a feeling that we're about to have a whole lot of fun. You, me, and Michael, and a whole bunch of folks that you're about to meet. You've met Linda. There'll be other folks coming. It's going to be great. So, first thing, I built this site. So, Michael, I'm going to give you a different kind of answer now that I know who you are. I knew your name was Leandra Major, and it said Michael Borman, and it's like, it doesn't say Michael Major. So I don't know if he took her name or didn't take her name, or if they kept their names, or what the deal is. So I didn't know. So Michael, I don't want you to know. And it's a little tiny picture and I'm 62. So I wasn't sure. All right. I'm just letting you know that I remember you just as much. It's just that I didn't have as much data. Okay, great. That's the last apology. We're all good, right? Yeah, it felt like a yes. I'm going to go with that. Okay, great. This is a safety course. So I did the 4. I suggest that the 2 of you, you can watch it at double speed and just let it wash over you. The 4, because you're going to be living this stuff. So familiarize yourself. It's not that it's not important. It's that you'll be living it so much. There'll be plenty of times for you to get all of the things. And right now it's getting you up to speed as quickly as possible. I feel like I really want to have a looking into flights. What date are you planning to leave? Fantastically, Andrew, you're on it. Thank you. Hold on. I'm going to come right back, folks. I'm going to put some music on, and this is my living thing. Like we're simply going to work in a global space. This is so much fun. Oh, this is so much fun. Okay, so sweet ones, I'm going to put some music on, and I'm going to get back. I'm going to check in with Penny. If she's not awake, then I will. Oh, I'm not going to stop sharing. I just want the music. Let me play it. There we go. Okay. I won't make it loop flash dance. Okay, sweet ones. I'll be right back. Oh, hell. You've seen everything. I'll be right back. I'm gonna freshen up my hot chocolate. I'll be right back. Everybody hang out. Don't go anywhere. Oh, Leandra, in general, it's about June 10th, June 11th. I'm gonna need the hotel, and I'll need the other thing. If that's your deal, and I really want you to run things because you're driven. Like I can tell you're driven. Okay, so I have folks who do different aspects of what's needed, and I really want a grove. I want a logistics grove that supports you and that drives what we're doing. Let's build this out right now. I want to build your business right here in public. Invite your friends to come watch you. Give me 9 months. Give me 9 months, and I will have you on your feet with a viable business. I used to say a year. I think you're going to take a few months. I think you're probably going to take 2 or 3. It might be 6. You give me 9 months, I'll give you a viable business. And you invite your friends who may not have a whole lot of money to learn from watching us work together. Share the videos, get them to share the videos. I love a whole bunch of folks who normally can't afford to come anywhere near somebody like me to get as much as they can from somebody like me. I want that. And I tell you right now, sweetheart, with the network that you probably have, if each of them paid $3 to $5, that's money that if they come through you, I'll give you a piece of what they pay when they pay a subscription. If they just come on with a subscription for $3 to support that, I'll give you a piece of that for getting them there. So that can be part of how I pay you. Like I will find a way for us to make money together at every turn to the best of my ability. Ask Linda. Turn right around. I was like, Linda, this is great. Let me figure out how to get you paid. That's the thing with me. I've done without for so long. It's bullshit. With all the people who say that they love me and they want to support me for me to not have money. I got 31 cents in my PayPal. That's bullshit. So let's fix it. All right. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, that's Amy Grant. Amy Grant is a whole special thing. I hope one day to do music with her little Christian cutie pie self. Say don't know how to do it now, so you run. It's not that you're bleeding, but you're doing now, so you run, so you run. After you need it, you can't live alone, so you run. Everyone said you're amazing, now that you're clean. Oh, you know the real ones are, 'cause you see. There's only one person I want to ask, is it here? You see how amazing. Okay. Does anyone ask you to climb your sleep? And do you feel okay when you run? Okay, got that. Got a little. Oh, I want to get that. I made this pot butter. Y'all. Oh, I'll be right back. Everyone said you're amazing, now that you're clean. Oh, you know the real ones are, 'cause you see. There's only one question I want to ask, is it here? When you're here, everyone see you're amazing. Does anyone ask you? 'Cause I know that you're real. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Everyone says you're amazing now that you're clean. Oh, you know the real ones are, because you have seen. There's only one question I want to ask, is it healing when you hear everyone say you're amazing? Okay, we're back. Oh. All right, let's see who's here. All right, she's back. All right, let me make music stop. All righty. So, hi, folks. I'm back. I want you to Love of Another Kind. Yes, Amy Grant. So, have you guys seen these? Okay, I love these so much. And they're these silicone trays, and it's just like I know how many of them to put in my drink, and then I can be inside my medicine, and it's fantastic, right? So anyway, I just wanted to show you. And that's the kind of thing that I'm hoping that folks like that will become sponsors of Planet JWoww, because they're great gadgets. All right. So Leandra, Penny was asleep. I'm gonna pass out. I had a really rough day, a lot of crazy stuff going on, like you were telling me about. Right? Have a good night, sweetheart. Unless you fall asleep. Totally understand. Totally understand. Linda looking at flights. And so Michael and Leandra, I will see you soon. Thank you for being here. I will Michael, please take good care of you. Don't pass out. Go to sleep. Okay. And we will be in touch. We'll get our regular Moses in time. It'll be great. It'll be great. It'll be an honor. I'm delighted. And, you know, y'all can watch this in pieces. That's good. Okay, so I want to promote this course. When Leandra comes and sees this, I want to build out the folks who can, I want to figure out how to promote this to the people who need it. And, everyone wants, I don't want to just do it. I don't want to simply do it to people who want it. I want to do it to make sure that it's there for the people who need it. So that's what my goal is, to have a free meta course. People do the intro and they give people simple tools that will get them through in a free space if they are doing right by their people. In my book, there's always wanting to do enough for people to want more. And I think what I'm in the process of doing is doing this in a way where people get to have a way of getting to whatever the thing is, even if they can't get to a course. And so the best way for me to do that is to do a free thing. And so my goal is to do a free course, 4 pieces, in-depth meta view before each course. That's not new. People are doing that. They're doing the course. They're taking their most basic things and sharing them. They call them lead magnets. And I'm doing the same thing, somewhat different, energetic. My goal is to make sure that if someone is never able to get to a class, that they get fed. So there's a wide spectrum. I don't make it simple. There's simplicity in the complexity, and people can feed off of what they get for quite some time. I'm not leaving breadcrumbs to lead them to me. I'm leading them meals so that they can understand that either go on their own or come and get more, or come learn how to make. If you want to learn how to make the kinds of spiritual meals that we make here, then, there we go. That'll make it easier. If you want to learn how to make the spiritual meals that we make here, then you need to come here. And otherwise, there's stuff out there for you to do. A lot of what I'm saying now, as you noticed this time, I'm doing less and less explaining, because there's lots of explaining. Some of the explaining has happened because I've needed to explain to myself what the hell I'm doing and just talk about it out loud. I don't know what I'm doing here. I know that I'm supposed to be here. I know that there is wonder and magic that happens out of my being here. I am very much feeling myself fed. I am understanding more and more. I'm root standing more and more about what it is that I bring to the human party. All of those things are happening out of me being here. I'm finding languaging. I'm finding rhythms. I'm finding the literal languaging that I want to share with the world. I'm finding it for myself and my soul and my souls and my hearts, so that I'm in an Ouroboros loop that in choice chooses to share its energetics with others in that same empowering and empowered loop. I'm not chasing my tail. I'm eating my tail. I'm nourishing myself. I am good food. Being able to play on that site, that's a whole pleasure. It's back to the pleasure piece. And I want to talk a little bit about nourishment and pleasure. Food tastes better when we enjoy it. Doing good that feels good helps us do more good, helps us want to do more good. I've got three things that happen after this safety course. The next thing that goes on the books is going to be either the bragging service. I think it's probably going to be the roots values. And I think the bragging service, see, I want something that, okay, let me finish these. So there's the roots valuations, it's roots values blueprint generator. And that's a course. That's another 4-part course. I'll do another 4-part free thing about it. I have done it with people one-on-one. The change that it makes for people in how they relate to others, how they relate to their businesses, how they relate to their careers, all of that is so massive that I want to get it to folks. And so again, I'm going to get myself there. I can already feel that it's easier. And this is how I'll be getting out the boarded courses. And what I'm hoping that will come out of this safety course will be one of our first seed books. That's what I would like to have happen before the next level of the safety course. And then that can go with the first level. And it comes out of the earned part of the learned wisdoms. Great. By setting myself up with all of these structures, these classes, structure begets freedom. When you allow it to, when you surrender into it, when you choose it, all of those vectors of connectivity, structure begets freedom. So many of the happies. I'm figuring out structures of pleasure. I'm figuring out my idiosyncratic elemental structures of bliss, my idiosyncratic elemental structures of bliss. That is part of what I am figuring out in public, just like we did the thing with Leandra. That would have happened in a Zoom. That would have happened in a Zoom. That would have happened in the background, exactly like that. It would have been no different. That's how I'm running things. Something comes through, I'm like, let's try it. If someone says yes, the fact that she jumped in with a yes ma'am, and so did, and Michael was like right on those heels. Okay, that has meaning to me, because it tells me right off the bat, people get certain things about me, because you wouldn't think that a yes ma'am would be something that I would like. Most people wouldn't. And if you are, when I'm in a certain mode, it's real obvious when a yes ma'am is needed as opposed to a yes, to those who get what the flow is. So that was pretty neat. What I hope people get from that is trust where you feel resonant. Trust your bliss as a flag, as a guide. Blissed me out. Plus the cool writing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You watch. I said 9 months. You watch. That Leandra Major. I will be shocked if it takes more than 6 to pull the things together. The folks are ready. And I'm going to see if next time she shows up, She'll actually come on and tell some of her story. And then we're just going to build shit out right live. And I'm going to put the call out to the global tribe. And we're going to build a global tribe, damn it. We're going to build a bunch of people who are active, not like, I mean, I'm sure there'll be tire kickers and stuff. I want the people who are here to be active. They're like, tell us what we're doing. Oh, we're starting a campaign to get you on so-and-so. Great, because we know that if we get you connected with so-and-so, then this is going to happen in this way and blah, 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 blah. Great. Where are we going now? Where are we pointing you now, JWoww? Okay, great. We'll get you, we'll get you to that. We'll get you to this. We'll get you to that. Because everyone who does that, like one of the things that I want, I call folks grabbers. We don't have volunteers. I don't have any volunteers. I don't want them. Everybody makes some kind of money on Planet JWoww because of Planet JWoww, and more that's going to be true at larger and larger levels. And for me, that means that then the people who are subscribers, those who are really active, and I'll be tracking how active subscribers are, the ones who are really active, I'm gonna send them part of the money that we make. Like I'm going to put that up in a pool, and people who are really active, you're like accruing Planet JWoww points, and that goes into a pool, and you might, at a certain level, you might win this much in a month. You might win this much in a month. And that'll be money out of my pocket. Company's going to be fine. The dividend holders and all that other mess and all that stuff I don't understand yet, they're going to be fine. They're going to be okay with it. It'll be money out of my pocket because I want to share. This is that Jesus foot washing thing. I want to share what you guys help me get. And I know that you're already feeling fed by what it is that we bring and what it is that I do. And I'm grateful for that. And I want to share my extra too. I believe in the power of the boost. I believe in the beauty of the boost, right? Oh, just fantastic. I'm feeling someone coming into this thing that Leandra and I and others, there's multiple people who will help put this together. Aya Hernandez was the first person that I brought here. She's doing what she needs to do to take care of her kids. Everybody's going to get to loop back in, and we have a thing, this business, this Planet JWoww business that I'm talking about. We have folks to be in it that need to be brought together. And then brought together lets us do things for a whole bunch of other folks so that everybody gets to do it all at once and fast. I have the idea, I have the people, and now I believe with Leandra, for example, I'm letting you guys know this is how I pick the extraordinary people that come through Planet JWoww. Maybe I'm wrong about Leandra Major. I do not think that I am. So I'm corner pocketing her while she's not even here. All right. So for those of you who are proactive, you want to be part of promoting Planet JWoww, then go check out Leandra Major. I'm still getting to know her. I just met her once for an hour and a half a few days ago. I'm trusting this feeling here. I will right now check out whether or not she's first, the right one for this moment for me. And we'll see what Spirit says. All right, so let me just get this pendulum down here. There we go. You can see it. So I'm asking, the side to side will be a yes, and the circle will let me ask the question. So is Leandra Major the person I think she is who's going to get this promotion thing off the ground? So let me ask this. Is Leandra Major a dud? Is she a total dud? Did y'all see how that went still? And now it's going in a circle. That's a no. Okay, y'all see that? All right, this is how I check in. So that's for me. Well, let's see what she's like for the planet. This is how we do this. So she'll see this when she watches this. And she'll know that I'm vetting her in front of what eventually will be millions of people. Just straight up, and we'll see. I won't always do this. I'm so confident about her. I can do this. All right, so for tribe, can you guys see that? Yeah. Let me get over here. There we go. For tribe, I guess it's here. All right, so Leandra Major, good for me, good for tribe. Yeah, side to side. Side to side, bigger and bigger. Fantastic. For tribe, Leandra Major, total dud. Wow, it started going in a circle when I felt the question before I even asked. Do you guys see the size of that circle? Okay, so there. You get to trust your scrying, your scrying friends. My scry friends, and by the way, I want to make, for guardians, I want to make this kind of double pendulum. And I'm sure the people who are great at making pendula and all of that are going to say, oh, you did it wrong, and you da-da-da-da-da, and okay, yeah, whatever. So this is what I do. And I took a couple of pendula apart, and I braided my own, leather, and I got my Sekhmet thing because my hands shake, right? And I put it on my forehead so that it's anchored, so that I'm not influencing it. I'm as still as I can be. And then I let it. I used to always use a Post-it. Now I'm so clear in my clearing that I can hold the thing unless it's a complex question. So that's how I'm living this. Out of what I'm sharing, someone's going to figure out how to be this Mojisen. Yeah, there's something there. The Mojisen Maester. Right. Okay, so I finished the I'm gonna design it's not a donation, it's a gift vestment. And there'll be a gift vestment section for supporting JWoww on every page. I don't want to come to your class. I simply want to support you at the moment that you're doing things. This is a really great way for me to do it. And it'll be 2 buttons. This is what I have. One will be a button for a donation for people to be able to take the safety class. And then that'll be that will be available, and I will keep track of who's been paid for, and we'll be able to, have that happen, have me be paid and still be able to gift the class, the actual in-depth, what did I call it? An intro immersion. The intro immersion to someone. That's exciting. And because that takes care of me, and that takes care of making sure that that's available. And then there's another button for taking care of me and whatever I've got going on, and that will simply go to a central pool energetically. They go to the same space in PayPal. They'll have different flags on them, and they'll have different feels to them because they're feeding different energetics of the planet. Now, here's what I don't want to have happen. I had someone jokingly say, oh, so you're a televangelist. Okay. That scared me. while I hold that you cannot have culture without cult. Cult is the root of culture. Get over it, folks. It's when you put the you are evolutionary, you are empowered and empowering. You put that into a cult, and that's what broadens it and evens it out to being capable of being a culture. Okay, so I hold that, I live that, I've shown that, we're doing it. Great. I don't want the energetic of fear in me to slow down or shut down this growth that I have of money is an energetic. I have no problem asking for, the things that is that true? I have no problem asking for the things that I need. I have a lot of problem asking for the things that I need, and I ask for it anyway, and that's different. I have a lot of problems asking for the things that I need, and I ask for them anyway. I'm coming into the asking is another part of the doing. When the asking is another part of the doing, that's when you know you have flow elaboration happening. When the asking for support and the giving support are all a part of the doing, that's when flow elaboration is present. And that's what that is literally the legend I'm living into more and more and more with the people with whom I'm working. We are flow elaborating around the systems that we build, and I'm coming into their systems and finding ways in the places where my systems need to be in place for me to feel safe, for me to take their system, bring them to mine, and then be able to come back into theirs and not have disturbed theirs. That's that. Thank you, Ronnie Jean Andrews Neal. And by the way, for those of you who are looking, you want to know how to do this, you want to know the caliber and the kinds of people to have around you, take a look at who I am, take a look at the people that I mentioned, see how they relate, and then build your worlds, your plan nets with people who are similar and not the same as you at your core, the way that I have. And as people move out, they are more and more different. And then there are certain things where we are on a par in terms of this is something that's important to me. Everyone who's in and orbit or even orbit around planet JWoww, you can't get there unless there is some measure of diversity, empowerment, integrity, tribe, and global view, globality that's a part of what you're doing. Because otherwise, I don't make sense. It's a self-actualizing, self-filtering system. I'm living my complexity. I'm doing the reverse of the Simpsons. I'm living my complexity. If I feel complex and you want me to dumb things down, I'm not your person. I'm not being a snob. I've got a certain kind of running that I get to do because I'm built the way that I'm built. So I'm doing the me thing. And folks are coming to play with me, and it's really cool. And there's less and less belligerence when I say that, and there's less and less because there's less and less pain. Folks are actually coming. It's wonderful. Thank you all, those of you who are showing up, active, who are showing up like, I'm in. I don't know what I'm in. I know that I pulled the bar over me and I strapped myself in, and I want to be here. And so hands, feet, brains. What are we doing? Right? So that's the rogues. And so the rogues den is where we start. And that way I can work with people and they're not all up in the planet. I've had to peel people out of our planetary workings, and that was painful, because they were all intricately in there. And the rogues then I've got things so organized and set up that if someone turns out not to be the thing, they're out. It's not a problem. Already got the labeling, I can take care of everybody really easily because I'm not accountable to other folks who are co-origin for using our systems. I can use only my systems, and I know how to run those. Um, you want to build, you want to do promotional work for Planet JWoww and want to help promote me and make money. I'm very promotable. Then please come play. And I find myself saying that a lot. Please come play. I'm having a ball. And as you can see, folks who are coming here are having a ball, and folks are being transparent. Michael, I'm going to pass out. I had a really rough day. A lot of crazy stuff going on, like you were telling me about. Yep, exactly. I get the pleasure and privilege of working with Michael. The folks that I'm working with are showing up, and they're being with me. They get to share what they want to share. They share it in the context of what we're doing here. We're here to work. We're here to work, and they're saying, I've got my stuff going on, and I'm here. Great. Good job. We do that. It isn't that I don't care what's going on with you guys. It's that if you're playing with me, then you're handling your own shit. Your own sacred, healthy, intimate teachings. I don't care if you bust it up. If you're bringing the thing, bring the thing. I performed with 105 fever and saw 2 mics where I knew there was one. You do what you got to do. Right? So thanks for showing up. Really appreciate that. And we're getting some stuff figured out. It's pretty neat. I'm blown away. All right, I'm going to go play with my website. Or maybe I'll go to bed. Maybe I'll go to bed and get up and play with my website. Finish that up. I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, I will have that up tomorrow. And I'll have it up tomorrow sometime. I won't say in the morning. I'll have it up tomorrow sometime. And, today. And so that gives 3 people that let everyone know how we do this is I'm going to be asking tomorrow. I'm going to start asking each day, every day. I'm going to put out a call for people to let their people know to come learn about safety so that we can create safety together. I would love to show up at a gathering that someone has invited me to because they invite me in as an elder. Like, I want organizations to pay for licensing for the free videos, not the free videos for the class. Like, a certain number of people get to come to the class, or I hold a class for them that's tailored to them. That's what I want to do that. And then I want to make those available, and string them together and make them better and better and keep making them better and better and let anybody who's taking class board know that there's a new version of it. And the old versions will be archived and available in case there's something that's real specific for someone, and the new version will be there. And as we learn things, as we learn more magic, and we learn more energetic ways of filtering this, and as there are more of us, as I was saying, I would love to show up at a gathering and ask how many people have seen the free safety course, and have everyone raise their hand in a place where I've never been. And how many people have taken a safety clinic class from Planet JWoww with one of our certified guiding facilitators? And I'd love to see 30% raise their hand, because with 30%, we can generate substantially more safety than would be possible otherwise, because we're interconnected through our languaging. So we know how to speak the safety, literally clear it and claim it into existence. I love that. I love that the safety course is out first. That's a piece of the legend that I didn't think through. If I thought it through, I would have done what I'm doing. Instead, I allowed myself to be guided by my beloveds. I surrendered to their care and guidance with their lives on Planet JWoww to see what came up. Thank you. I can feel this all succeeding now. If my dog was sick, if Penny was sick, y'all would show up. Those of you who are capable of showing up and willing to show up when everything's going well, this is the time. And get the word out. Really, truly get the word out on things. Leandra Major and Michelle Holmes in the same vein, promoting things. You get Aya, oh my God, Leandra and Aya and Michelle. There's 3 right there. That's a meeting. Wow. And we have things to promote. We have people to promote. We have classes to promote. Rainey's got 3 classes that if we were to promote them and, super fill them up would be fantastic. She's looking for certain people. She's looking for path apprentices to work with. These are folks who, if you go hardcore, you may wind up going through the program long enough and deeply enough to actually wind up working directly with me. That's something that she's, pointing things toward, and at a minimum of working on Planet JWoww. Like, that's the thing that folks are headed towards. One day, if I grow up and I eat all my broccoli, I may actually get to work in an orbit or an and orbit or even an andit of Planet JWoww. An orbit, an andit, or an and orbit of Planet JWoww. I want to do them in order until I can say them fast. That's fantastic. All right, so I'm going to go. Thank you. And this is amazing. And I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow night. And I'm actually having fun knowing what to do next, because I have structures that help me know what to do next. And when I do it, then other people take things and things happen. That's pretty cool. I just thought of something. See, I'm going to make a connection between Tanith Roberts and Leandra Major. Yeah, let's do that. Tanith has connections and Leandra Major has Hale and Hardy. And let's put that together. That's the thing that you can do when you know that people, there's food there on a lot of levels. I can feel that. And I get to be, what I can be responsible for connecting is now, I've been connecting people where I haven't been the fulcrum place, and those don't go so well. I'm not doing that again. The people I'm connecting are people who both love me or both care about me. I mean, Leandra doesn't know me. I can't love me yet. But people where I feel that there's that kind of the seeds of love at a minimum connection for me, us, and Planet JWoww. And then it's safe to connect, because that is the place, that is the bridge. The JWowness is the bridge. That joy, wisdom, opportunity, and wonder. That's the bridge. So, okay. And I think that that's true for all, that can be true for all of us. As yet and still another metric for whether or not connections have a good shot at working. Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. So we're going to do the 24-second prayer. Just got to get there we go. Got my timer. Holding that space, holding that power, being in it. Make it happen. All right. On the count of 3, all of the things are happening, and they're happening in time. I've got money coming. We all have money coming. I'm here to have us be in our bliss more and more together. So let's do that. All right? Being in our good spaces. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I keep rooting it into my heart, having all the love, all the empowerment, rooting into my heart front and back, and having that radiate out from that filter out into the world. Inclusion, welcome, and empowerment. Everyone, thank you so much. This is another time of living legends out loud with JWoww. I'm JWoww of Planet JWoww, and we are a tribe-sourced human. This is our legend that we are building and bridging together, sweet ones. Thank you so much. Sticking to it. Until soon. Bye-bye.
If you see a big sign at the side of the road that says 15 miles to the
Take your humans.